Hello and welcome back to my blog. Going to be a little different today. I mentioned way back when I started this blog that every now and then I would talk about business. So we're going to talk about mobile apps. Did you know mobile phone screens are the most valuable 2 inches of real estate you will ever own? I'm going to read some little excerpts here from some articles. With more iPhones being purchased per second than babies being born worldwide, smartphone adoption is happening more rapidly than any other impactful technology shift. More iPhones being purchased per second than babies being born worldwide. Wow. Here's another clip from that article. Mobile browsing is expected to overtake desktop engagement by 2014. Let that sink in. Hello, this is 2013. That's only next year, folks, that mobile will overtake desktop browsing. Right place, right time. More from that. And yet only 19% of retailers have an e-commerce mobile app. These numbers do not lie. It's time for the lagging 81% to get on board and get serious about mobile. With this widespread change comes a behavioral shift as well. Everyone has their smartphone on hand at all times. It's habit forming. This mobile addiction has opened up the possibilities for reaching a customer base in unforeseen ways. Think about it. When you're standing in line at a store, what are you doing? Most likely, you're looking at your smartphone. Consider this from a marketing perspective. You have a customer already in line to make a purchase. It's not difficult to see just how valuable it would be to reach this customer at exactly this moment and to be able to gain insight into what they're thinking, what they want, and how to inspire them to commit to your brand. Given this breadth of opportunity and the relative ease with which one can now accomplish these initiatives, things like location-based targeting, personalization, and an in-depth knowledge of your customer base that seemed like magic a mere 3 years ago, there is no reason not to jump. Frankly, if you fail to do so, your competitors will, and they'll be the ones turning your customers into their fans. You know, I saw a picture a while back of Times Square with all the millions of dollars spent on the advertising that's on the electronic billboards or whatever you want to call them, the scrolling things there at Times Square. And nobody was looking at them. They were all walking down the street looking at their mobile phones. Consumers have demonstrated a clear preference for engaging with content on smartphones using mobile apps, which account for about 80% of U.S. mobile time spent interacting with mobile apps rather than the mobile web, according to ComScore. If you guess that's why brands now spend so much time on apps, you're right. And in the article, the author talks about possible reasons for that, and then he says, mobile channels now account for about 37% of all digital media consumption. Minutes of use. PCs might still account for about 63% of media consumption, but the mobile share is growing. Mobile platforms also are changing content consumption patterns. While desktop computer browser content usage tends to peak during the workday and in the early evening, smartphone browser content demand peaks during rush hour when people are in transit. Tablet browser content consumption is highest during the late evening hours when people are curled up on the couch or winding down for the night in bed, ComScore says. Here's another headline. Mobile app downloads to hit 108 billion with a B in 2017. The number of mobile application downloads worldwide doubled during 2012 and reached 60.1 billion, up from 29.5 billion in 2011, the report found. Revenue from applications, including direct revenue and in-app ad revenue, totaled approximately $8.4 billion in 2012. Worldwide app revenue is forecast to show a compound annual growth rate of 17% to reach $18.6 billion in 2017. Building an optimal mobile experience, app versus mobile optimized. Your customers are mobile, so it's time for your business to go mobile. Ready, set, develop, right? Not so fast. First, let's address the ongoing debate of when to build a mobile app versus a mobile site. Is one better than the other? Does it make sense to build both? There aren't clear-cut answers to these questions, but we'll do our best to provide some helpful guidelines. It's not about you. Users care about functionality and experience, period. They don't spend countless hours wondering whether they'd prefer to download an app or visit a URL. They care about accessing information, games, and services in a way that caters to their needs with the device that's in their hands at that very moment. I'll go into more about that in a later vlog. Small businesses rely on mobile apps. In a 2011 AT&T survey, almost 40% of small businesses, those with 2 to 50 employees, reported that, quote, they could not survive or it would be a major challenge to survive without mobile apps, end quote. Wow. One can imagine how those numbers have increased with the mobile explosion since that was 2011 survey. The most widely used type of app at that time, GPS and mapping, which almost half of responding small businesses use to get around. In general, anything that saves time or money or increases productivity will ultimately be adopted by businesses. As this AT&T survey shows, certain helpful apps have become deeply embedded into a significant number of small businesses. As these experiences become more common, we can expect resistance to mobile apps to decrease and adoption to continue to climb. Do you have a small to medium-sized business? Do you have a website? Is your website mobile optimized? Does your business have a mobile app? Does your competition have a mobile app or a mobile optimized website? Do you think it would benefit you to be first in your market to move to mobile? Are you in marketing or advertising? Do you have the capability to market mobile apps to small or medium-sized businesses and get them up and running in 2 weeks? Do you have a desire to get your piece of that most valuable 2 inches of real estate, either for your business or to market it to other businesses? Do you have a plan for that? Would it be beneficial for you to latch on to a company that is on the leading edge of small and medium business mobile app development so that if you are a business, you can get up and running quickly, or if you are marketing to businesses, the development is already taken care of, and all you have to do is go out and market it? What if this is the next Microsoft, or Apple, or Facebook, or Google, and you are able to get in on the front end? Do you think this might have that potential? I was fortunate enough to be exposed to a company that is doing that, and I decided to hop on board. Would it be better to take a look at what we're doing now, or this time next year? How would your life be different if you joined us and this was truly no pipe dream? Come, join us today, get a paycheck next Friday. That's all for now about mobile apps. I will cover more of that. I don't know if I will tomorrow or not. Tune in and find out. Make it a great day, and bye for now.